The many flavors of life. Sometimes there's really nothing better than good food and drink. Those pleasures, the get-togethers. Food and drink, it's really at the core of it all. However, have you ever wondered what that side of life is like for your cat? Are there things that we taste, certain flavors we enjoy, that your cat will never know a thing about? In this material, we will talk about what cats are unable to taste and those flavor sensitivities. Interesting topic, and I've got you covered. Stay tuned. When it comes to this topic and ones of a similar nature, the thing that typically stands out the most is the sweeter side of life. Humans and felines, they are on the same page when it comes to a lot of flavors, but one of the starkest differences is that cats are unable to taste things that are sweet. Felines simply don't have the taste buds that can recognize the sweet flavors that many of us do enjoy. Over time, dating back millions of years, cats simply lost the ability to taste the sweetness. And because felines are obligate carnivores and crave a diet of animal meat, foods that are rich in protein, cats are wired to desire the scents and flavors of meat compared to anything objectively sweet. In short, it seems like this is, or was, I should say, truly a case of use it or lose it. Cats don't need to be able to taste the sweet side of life, because their diet, when proper, doesn't include anything sweet. Of course, and I suppose it should come as no surprise, that the lack of the sweet side of life comes with other side effects, if you will. Anything bitter, cats can recognize it, but not the way that we can or we would. Here again, a bitter quality to a proper diet, it's really not there. So similar to all things sweet, cats really don't need to detect the bitterness. So what is gained in all of this? Since felines are unable to detect sweetness and are quite indifferent to bitterness, are they able to taste other things at a rather strong level or a stronger level? Do they have sensitivities to other flavors that either rival or surpass humans? I mentioned animal meat a bit earlier, the importance of protein. Cats are geared or wired to lean into foods that match their proper diet. Cats over time have developed a strong preference for not only what they like, but also what they need. So, while a cake could make someone's mouth drool, a cat might be drooling over a nice savory aroma of fresh wet cat food, fresh chicken, beef, or perhaps fish. Over the years, I've had a few cats that just couldn't seem to get enough of that beef and thick gravy. I remember many years ago, probably about 20 years ago now, I took care of a male cat who would just lick gravy for 10 minutes. The actual shredded beef was almost secondary to his enjoyment of the aroma and that taste of the gravy. Another sensitivity that cats have with respect to what is gained, and this is something that I really didn't know about until just a few years ago, and that is salt. It's a bit of a quirky one because felines don't really have the proper receptor to taste salt the way we do, but they do have cells on their taste buds that allows them to recognize the flavor that is salt. This in many ways harkens back to that proper diet and cats being able to taste the flavors from the foods they need. Felines, they need but just a marginal amount of salt in their diet, not too much, just enough to ensure proper health. Cat foods, notable brands, the products often contain just enough salt to meet the healthy mark. Transitioning just for a moment back to the human side of life, so much about food and why we love it so, why we love certain selections is the smell, the aroma. I mean, the taste is great, but it's all about that scent that really draws us in. It's sort of like fishing. The smell is the bait on the hook. Once we get closer, then we're caught. We are reeled in. Did anyone out there grow up in the mall culture of the 1980s or early to mid-90s? If you want to talk about food smells and that aroma, it was always just a little bit of everything, right? And some hot spots, well, you didn't even need a sign to tell you you were close. From the cinnamon rolls to the pizza and just about everything in between. If you lived in the mall culture back then, you know exactly what I mean. Well, that little piece of history trip down memory lane takes us right back to the cats, where felines may lack when it comes to the sweetness and the bitterness. They certainly make up for it with their nose. That smeller. Cats can sniff out just about anything, far better than we can. Felines have about 195 million more scent receptors than we do. So that fresh food, that lean animal meat filled with protein, and that amazing gravy, your cat can smell it from almost any part of your home. Once you pop that can or open that packet, that aroma will just about take your cat over, and this, of course, that's a good thing. The aroma is both good and bad. It helps a cat to better understand foods and what to indulge in and what to avoid. Thanks to both taste and smell, cats are able to get what they need and generally discard what they don't without really taking too much of an unnecessary risk. Now, while I realize that cats do make mistakes and get into the wrong things from time to time, even items that aren't food at all, after all, cats are known for their curiosity, but for the most part, thankfully, at least within your home and under your roof, your pet will likely know what to consume and what to leave alone just thanks to scent alone. The biggest difference here between cats and humans when it comes to taste, at least in my personal opinion, it really isn't what cats can't taste, but rather how their taste buds are almost structured for only what they need to consume, only what they are meant to consume. Now, that's obviously quite different from our own taste buds. Of course, that does beg the question, how much junk food would we consume as a population if we couldn't taste certain things? I wonder, it could be interesting. Someone should do a study about all of this. Of course, many someones probably already have years ago, and I just missed it. So, to the audience of Senior Cat Wellness, and I'll turn things right on over to you. This whole sweetness thing, have you always known about it, or did this video add something new to your life today? The better question with what your cat eats in a day, do they have a favorite food they enjoy? Do you try to mix it up a bit, but does your cat just really love a certain brand, a certain flavor? Does your cat love that gravy, or is it really the texture of the food itself? And of course, I can't leave this one out before I go. Does your cat come running once they hear those food sounds, the noise of you preparing the meals each day? Your thoughts? Personal food time stories, anything and everything in between, let me know right there in the comments section below. And oh yeah, how about this one, just for fun? If you spent a lot of time in the malls, especially in the 1980s, what was your go-to food or drink? Please let me know down in that comment section below. Give me, I don't know, let's go with the pizza emoji if you made it to the end of this video. And if you did enjoy this content from start to finish, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd certainly love to have you as a member of the Senior Cat Wellness family. And until next time, thank you so very much for watching, and I will talk to you later.